Folks, good afternoon. Hunter Traynor here with the State Chamber's office. One last bill in brief for the year. The legislature adjourned on Monday, sine die, which is Latin for without day. In the absence of a special session, knock on wood, the legislature won't return to regular business until January of 2026. There will be some interim study hearings throughout the summer and into the fall, but otherwise, we're done, hopefully, until next January. So I want to talk about 6 highlights from the legislative session. I started with 10, but I talked too much, so we're down to 6 now to keep this short. First and foremost, LB 536, that bill was amended into 265, which was the last bill passed of this legislative session. In short, it's a one-time pilot program for manufacturers to automate their operations, modernize their facilities, and upskill their employees. Manufacturing is a hot topic in the United States right now, and this bill sends a strong signal that Nebraska is serious about supporting the growth of one of its leading industries, manufacturers. Number 2, LB 297. This is a kind of wonky bill related to unemployment insurance taxes, but it represents an immediate tax reduction for Nebraska employers. That was introduced by Senator Ibaugh, passed quite early in the legislative session, and 2 thumbs up from us on that one. Number 3, 288, this is the Urban Affairs housing package that passed this year. It had a couple pieces of legislation in there that we really liked. One of them, 626 from Senator Dover, it related to tax increment financing and expanding the use of that tool for affordable housing, workforce housing, adding another tool to the toolbox, if you will, for the build out of housing supply and the role that plays in workforce development efforts in the state. So another good little bright spot. LB 29 from Senator Conrad. This is a really smart regulatory reform bill that passed part of a package this year. It ensures that the state is reviewing their regulations and the burden that places on consumers and businesses to keep those regulations refreshed, narrowly tailored, and to keep innovation happening in the state of Nebraska. So another bright spot. LB 415. Priority bill for the state chamber. It clarified, made some technical corrections to the recent paid sick leave initiative. I think most notably, it allowed employers to continue offering PTO programs so they didn't have to reinvent the wheel and change their benefits packages in ways that, frankly, most employees probably wouldn't like. So glad to see that get across the finish line on May 28th. And then lastly, term limits. So in November of 2026 now, Nebraskans are going to get to vote on whether state senators can serve 3 terms as opposed to just 2. As challenges are coming down the pike for Nebraska, the task of state lawmaking is not getting any easier, and allowing folks to stay for an extra term, we think would go a long way towards better policymaking in the state of Nebraska. So we'll support that and hope that our fellow Nebraskans, to the tune of 51%, will do the same. It's going to be a busy off season. We're going to take a couple days to rest and then sort of circle the wagons, figure out what happened this year, and report back in more detail in the next couple weeks. But we've got coalitions to build in advance of next year. We've got legislation to prep and money to raise. But I think most importantly for me, I need to clean my desk. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Thanks for tuning in and following along this year, and just call me if you need anything. Thanks. See you.